Exercise A. Meaning from context. Page 164.
Species in danger. Species go extinct for many reasons. For example, if the climate gets colder and some plants cannot grow, creatures that depend on these plants for food could die out. Natural disasters are another reason. Research shows that volcanoes caused the deaths of many species approximately 200 million years ago. Humans also cause species to die out. Sometimes we are directly the reason. Passenger pigeons went extinct. The last one died on exactly September 1st, 1914, because people ate so many of them. In other cases, we are indirectly the cause. For example, people brought animals like pigs and monkeys to the only island where dodo birds lived. As a consequence, these birds went extinct because the pigs and monkeys ate their food and eggs. However, it isn't all bad news. There are survival successes too. For example, scientists sometimes find extinct species are actually still alive. Take the Bolivian Cochrane frog, also known as the glass frog. Scientists thought it was extinct, but researchers found some in 2020. The endangered animals were taken to a special center where they are currently being kept safe. And some people have made it their mission to protect endangered species. In the past, huge numbers of pau-brasil trees were cut down. However, the pau-brasil is Brazil's national tree and important in that country's history. People all over the country wanted to save it, so they protected older trees and planted new ones.
Listening. Protecting endangered creatures. Exercise B. Main ideas. Page 166. And Exercise C. Details. Page 167.
According to a recent report by the United Nations, approximately 8 million species of plants and animals live on Earth, and up to 1 million of those species are endangered. Many of them could soon go extinct or die out. This is not just a problem for those endangered species. It's a problem for every living thing on Earth. That includes us, humans, of course. You see, every creature on Earth depends on one or more other creatures. A consequence of one species dying out is that others might become endangered. Without bees and other insects, for example, we might not be able to grow the crops we depend on for food. However, even though some well-known species like elephants, tigers, and giant pandas are in danger, they will probably not go extinct. Why? Because they're too popular and loved. People would try to save them. The same is not true for animals that are less popular or attractive, such as the proboscis monkey or the Titicaca water frog. In cases like those, the creatures need someone to protect them. Luckily, 2 National Geographic explorers are using the power of photos, videos, and stories to do just that. Explorer Lucy Cook first became interested in animals, especially frogs, as a child. Her parents helped her build a frog hotel in her backyard. She still loves animals and gives talks, writes books, hosts TV shows, makes documentaries about, and takes photos of animals. Her mission is to save animals that are strange or unusual looking by helping people understand and even love them. She says that they look that way because of where they live, what they eat, and how they act. In the case of the blobfish, for example, there are photos where it looks pretty strange. However, these photos were taken in a tank of water. When the blobfish is in its home deep at the bottom of the ocean, it looks pretty normal. Here's what it should look like there. Like Lucy Cook, explorer Joel Sartori also became interested in animals as a child. He read that some bird species, like the passenger pigeon, had gone extinct. This made him upset, and he decided to do something with his life to help prevent this from happening to other animals. Unfortunately, species keep on going extinct. This is caused directly or indirectly by our actions. Joel wanted to get people to care about endangered animals that might soon go extinct. He decided to start the photo arc. Joel's idea was to take photos of animals currently in zoos, aquariums, and wildlife parks around the world, with either a black or white background behind them. Doing this lets us see the animals clearly. We can look them in the eye just like we do when we're having a conversation with people. Joel plans to photograph about 20,000 species for the photo arc. And big or small, cute or ugly, dangerous or safe, the goal of Joel's project is to inspire people to protect them all through his photos. Lucy Cook and Joel Sartori have different approaches, but their goal is the same. They want to teach us about wild animals. At the very least, their work will help us remember some species that have disappeared. But in the best case, their work will inspire us to preserve the many species that share our home, not just because we can, but also because we should.
Exercise E. Focused listening. Page 167. 1.
In the case of the blobfish, for example, there are photos where it looks pretty strange. However, these photos were taken in a tank of water. When the blobfish is in its home deep at the bottom of the ocean, it looks pretty normal.
2.
Joel's idea was to take photos of animals currently in zoos, aquariums, and wildlife parks around the world, with either a black or white background behind them.
3.
Joel plans to photograph about 20,000 species for the photo arc. And big or small, cute or ugly, dangerous or safe, the goal of Joel's project is to inspire people to protect them all through his photos.
4.
Lucy Cook and Joel Sartori have different approaches, but their goal is the same. They want to teach us about wild animals.
Pronunciation. Thought groups. Page 168.
We divide the words we say into thought groups. These are words or ideas that naturally go together, such as phrases, clauses, or even short sentences. After each thought group, we usually pause briefly, and the last content word of each thought group is usually stressed. Like Lucy Cook, explorer Joel Sartori also became interested in animals as a child.